Yeah. Yes. So we should have MYGO. Okay, good. All right, so this is MYGO versus RC. Let's take a look at lineups. I don't know these two teams, and that's part of the reason I chose them. So we've got Ultra Shot in the Marceau with not a lot of gun specking. Radio location Marceau, okay. Top Solar and Illusion. First time seeing Illusion in the game, in tournament. We have F. Horgan in a unique upgrade Des Moines. Dim 4A89 in a Napoli. 44 Ericsson in Napoli. Now, no, both of them are using the special DCP module. I like that. One is full, almost full secondaries, I suppose, and the other one is a little bit of a in between. We got Kapitan Wolfgang Luth in a unique upgrade Moskva. And then we have RC0 in the Petrie. Also with everybody's used, it's like they were like, hey, let's all like DCP extra. What is happening? MYGO is sending everybody to A except for one lowly Napoli to C. So we've got Takamatsu Tomori in a Delny. First time seeing a Delny as well. Nagasaki Soyo in a Radar Yu Yang. Chihaya Anan in a Napoli. Pretty much full secondaries as well, except for main guns. Shina Taki in a unique upgrade Moskva. And on Tokyo in a Haunlu with unique upgrade. It's MYGO. MYGO, it's MYGO in a Petrie. And then finally we've got Oblivionous in a Napoli. Back off for a second here so you guys can kind of see the setup. Early shots coming in on Wolfgang's Moskva. As MYGO is just going. Speaking of going, what? Look at this. 4 ships all going around. It's almost like Mini Hannibal is just talking about this. That's interesting, to say the least. Sasaki on radar. Is going to have some resets. There they go. So Nagasaki unable to grab that cap just yet. Gonna have to wait for the radar duration to expire or leave and come back. Interestingly enough, nobody's shooting at him anymore. Interesting. So they're just gonna allow MYGO to get the A cap. Lucian losing a good amount of of his hit points. He does have a slow ticking heal. Still taking shots. I love how, even though he's dark, MYGO continuing to shoot at him. I really like that. Make him pay as much as possible. Well, Oblivionous is all by himself in the Napoli. Gonna try to have to fend off 4 ships pushing. Now note, MYGO has grabbed the A cap and then they've moved their Petrie and their Haunlu off of A. So they've grabbed the cap and now they're going to hold. They're going to receive the enemy push. Remember I mentioned in a previous game that teams that push typically lose hit points in order to make that push happen. So they're trying to force their opponent into pushing into them and trade away a lot of hit points. Will it work? I don't know. Ultrashot is going to get into the C cap in the Marceau, but Anon Tokyo getting very close to spotting him. Ultrashot's going to be forced to turn and slow. He's going to try to reverse probably here. He's very lucky that Tokyo turned and didn't continue south. Taking some shots at Dim's Napoli. Oh, they didn't really connect. Interesting. Still, they did lose the C cap. Ultrashot was able to grab the cap. And you can see just all of these shells coming in from the Napoli. Again, look at the maximum range SAP shells from the secondaries. Just wow. And out of range. Tokyo, though, is in trouble. Showing an awful lot of side right now. And there's the Des Moines AP. More Napoli secondaries. This Napoli's doing a really nice job with his secondaries. Speaking of Napoli's, let's go look at the other one. MYGO's Napoli, Oblivionous. Turning back in now. It's interesting that RC hasn't turned around north of the A cap. I'm just looking. They keep just fishing. Lucian keeps tossing deep waters in. Petrie was kiting for so long, right? Now he's turning, and now it looks like they're going to set up to try to counter push over at A. But Takamatsu, for example, in the Delny, I'm surprised he's not just booking it for C. He's taking his time. And 44 Erks is stuck on the beach, showing broadside to Oblivionous's Napoli. He's being forced back. Okay, there's Takamatsu. And there goes the Napoli. Petrie took him out. Let's take a look back at the other flank for a minute. Deepwater Yu Yang torpedoes go underneath the Lucian, don't matter. But of course, there's a second rack because Yu Yang has that reload booster. Ultrashot is now the choice for MYGO. They're all focusing on him in the Marceau there. Oblivion's kind of stuck. He's one, caught bow in. You don't want to be caught bow in a cruiser if you can. And two, he's got a Des Moines on one side and the Napoli on the other. So he's got to play this very carefully. He might get a lucky torpedo. Nope. Expired just in the nick of time. Oblivionous is waiting probably for his last smoke. As soon as that's available, he'll probably use that to maneuver. Lucian actually turns back around and takes out the Yu Yang back at A. This is a huge, huge play for RC. So now it's the Napoli and the Moskva versus the Lucian. Napoli secondaries going at it. Petrie trying to smash the Des Moines in the face. He does. That hurts. Punched him right in the nose. And there goes the Lucian. You kind of knew that was going to happen. Moskva radar didn't allow him to hide. The bigger question is what's going to happen here with the Des Moines? He's going to die. Patrice speaks. He does take a torpedo, though, that forces out the DCP. Marceau is going to continue to just farm him. Delny is in the cap. He's going to get the cap. And if you look at the points now, it looks to me like MYGO is probably in the leader for this one. Is probably going to win this one. They've got almost a 100-point lead plus 2 caps plus ship lead. And Jehoya Anand just sitting there farming with his secondaries. The commander skill changed to pack a punch, adding secondary range, really changing around how things work. Moskva shells coming in on the Petri now. Napoli over on the side there, forced to make inky, very low on health. But look at Ultra Shot now in the Marceau. I mean, he had radio location. He knew these guys were here. He's just going for it. The ultimate desperation play as the battery does go down. 28 seconds to go. Never mind. All right, well, MYGO with the win. GG, good job. We're going to go back to the tournament screen for a sec here. All right, everybody, welcome to Game 2 of MYGO versus RC. This is Warrior's Path, or sorry, Sleeping Giant, our first time, I believe first time today on Sleeping Giant. MYGO has Takamatsu Tomori in a Delny again. Nagasaki Soyo is in a Kleber this time. Unique upgrade Kleber. Interesting choice. Along with Swift and Silence. It's giving up all the reload for all the relocating. Interesting choice. Probably going to try to YOLO over to the ACAP. Oblivionus is in a Napoli again. Sheena Taki is in a Moskva. Chiaya Anand is in a Napoli. Anand Tokyo is in a Hanlu, and It's My Go is in a battleship again. This time it's the Devastation. Posing him to the south, wearing red, is Ultra Shot in a Marceau again. Top Silar in a Lucian again. And 2 Napolis as Dim and F. Horgan. This time is in a Napoli instead of the Des Moines from the last game. Bit of a difference in builds for both of these ships. Battleship Patrie is RC0, 4515, with the propulsion upgrade too. Interesting. Wolfgang is in a unique upgrade Moskva. And then we have 44 Eric's in a Stalingrad. That's a range build Stalingrad. I'm going to back off so you guys can see the entirety of the map, and you can see Kleber, Delny, both hightailing it to the middle of the map. All right. That was close. Come on. Come on, game. All right, so A-cap is grabbed. Nagasaki dips into the Thunderdome. Radar up by the Moskva, but the damage is done. I don't think they can get him out that easily. He's going to try to get behind all this stuff. And look at the torpedoes coming in on Topslar's Lu Xun. Is he going to take one? He is. Big hit there. Is he going to DCP that? Or heal it? He's not. He's actually holding on to the heal. Very interesting decision. There it goes. There it goes. Delny detected. There's Moss's radar, but he doesn't cover all of the A-cap. So Topsolar is going to grab the A-cap. Again, there it goes. So flippity-doo-dah as the Moskva radar finally catches the Lu Xun. And Tokyo is bombing Wolfgang's Moskva. Those were 3 Dutch Evans. And frankly, not a lot of damage considering that was 3 strikes. And we have a more traditional push now, in a sense, coming up, the 2-3 line. The 2 Napolis working together, smoking each other. One, though, is a little off and might take a torpedo. Oh, he's so lucky. If you're going to smoke train, you have to really be directly behind that other person. Napolis are going to turn into the Thunderdome. That's an interesting decision. I don't know that I would have done that personally. What's going on the rest of the map? Not too much. The Moskva has continued to be farmed down. It's one of the nice things about the Houtenlu, the ability to just keep using that Dutch airstrike on targets. Kind of surprised that we're not seeing more of that. Maybe it's because he's just not spotted, but I don't know. Personally, I try to keep the pressure on. Plus, if I got hits, that would tell me he's still over there. But instead, Wolfgang's allowed to heal. Devastation now going into the middle of the map. He's reversing in. Interesting decision there. There's Moskva radar catches Tokyo's Houtenlu. And the Delny on the very edge of it as well. Here comes a Patrice salvo. This is a big one. Could be a big one. Tokyo not ready. Just kind of started turning in and managed to miss all that hate. That was a interesting dodge. Well, both teams just kind of parking something on A to stop the cap. But if you look, the damage has been done already. RC has the cap advantage, the point advantage. So it's up to MYGO to find a way to get these Napolis out. Nagasaki actually using this as an opportunity to dump torpedoes in. But no, wait, there's more. There's Topslayer's Lu Xun. Napoli secondaries going off for all teams. Let me back off so you can see all the secondaries fly. Actually, I'm too far away. Some of the shells aren't rendering. Top Slayer getting hit. Nagasaki using the reload boost. I don't like this turn, though. He does torpedo one of the Napolis, but by turning like this, I think he's going to allow the Lucian to live, and he's going to die. Because he turned into the Napoli. There goes the Kleber. Now, will it be a trade? It is a trade. Okay, so that's a 2 for 1 trade, technically. That's okay. Now look at the points. Now MYGO is in the driver's seat. As Tokyo continues to Dutch oven. This time it's the Petrie, and whoa! Petrie gets taken down. And just like that, MYGO is looking really strong now. We have some hot Napoli on Napoli action in the Thunderdome. Remember, MYGO doesn't need to force much right now. As long as they can just hold, they're good. And Moskva charging forward and dying. I'm very curious about that decision. I almost feel like that was a bit of a frustration. As Dim now, here's the problem for Dim. As he keeps moving forward, he gets more and more into the gun arcs of the Devastation and the Moskva. Donk. And this game is pretty much all but over. MYGO is going to end up winning 2-0. Oh, apologies. I had forgotten to put the points in when I rebuilt my stream helper earlier.
The enemy is about to win.
I'm pretty impressed with Tokyo's ability to handle Hanlu. He hit some big strikes this game. Last game was okay-ish, but definitely seems like he knows that ship quite well. Ultrashot is probably the next to die. No, it's going to be the Stalingrad. All right. Well, when Ultrashot dies, then that will do it. Well, go on then. Start dying. I'm surprised that Takamatsu is kiting away here. Like, I'm gonna have to go and set up for my death pick elsewhere. That's kind of fun. I love that camo scheme, by the way. That's a really nice looking camo scheme. All right, well, congratulations to MYGO on a 2-0 win. And let's put them as the winner.